because it was packed for it to be a Friday in the middle of the day. But I think today's Good Friday. These people are right here and I feel like they're looking at me. But I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm looking up because it's a bug on my ceiling now. What's up, you guys? Happy Friday. I'm about to run to, where am I going? To Food Line to return this chicken because we're gonna be leaving to go to the Getaway house probably around 2:30, but I think we're gonna make chicken tonight, and we wanted to like season the chicken and everything before we left. That way we didn't have to do it when we get there. So my boyfriend had picked up this frozen chicken, and it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna be able to defrost it. Hold up, let me set y'all down. Like, I'm on my new camera, the DJI. Oh wait, it lost me. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I'm on the new camera, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So I'm gonna bring that with me this weekend just because it's smaller. So I'm gonna run up the street. Oh, this is a Kroger bag. I guess I'll just keep it in there. I'm gonna run up the street and return this real quick and see if they have like some chicken that's defrosted, and then I'm gonna come back here and finish packing. I'll probably also stop at that gas station and fill up on gas as well. So yeah, let's see how it is vlogging with the new camera. It is super, I don't know if y'all can hear me, but it is super small. I'll say that. So yeah, I don't have nowhere to prop y'all up in my car, so I will pick y'all up once I get inside of Food Line. All right, y'all, I'm back at home. I didn't end up vlogging when I was in there because it was packed for it to be a Friday in the middle of the day. But I think today's Good Friday, so maybe people had off work or they took off work because it was Good Friday. But it was low-key packed for it to be a Friday in the middle of the day. But yeah, I picked up the chicken, and then I also got me this red velvet cake. I'm about to eat some of it. But yeah, I'm gonna eat my cake, and then I think I'm gonna go upstairs and I need to put my toiletry bag in my suitcase. I'm debating if I want to bring my curling iron. I don't think I'm gonna need it, but I'm like, what if we decide to like go eat at like a restaurant one day or something like that? I might want to like curl my hair. So I don't know. I might put it in there just to be on the safe side, but I'm also very much, I'm not trying to bring extra stuff that I don't need. And it's already 2, and we said we were gonna leave 2:30, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But I also need to finish like editing a small part of the vlog that's gonna come out, I think this Sunday. Yeah, it's just a small, something small that like I need to do. So I want to go in and do that so I can just make sure that it comes out this Sunday. But yeah, let me stop running my mouth and let me finish packing and doing what I need to do. I'll check in with y'all once we get in the car, or I might show y'all making the chicken. But I'm always like a little bit sensitive about showing like food because y'all be like some real harsh critics about cooking. So that's why I never really show me cooking, because I'm like, I ain't got time. But yeah, I might show y'all. All I am is seasoning this chicken. I might show y'all, I might not. Either way, I'll check back in with y'all when we get in the car. So I'm in the car. We're getting gas and ice for the cooler. We're probably gonna have to make a couple more stops, but after that we'll be on the open road. So Yeah, I'll probably won't check back in with y'all until we get to the cabin. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, y'all, so I came back real quick because, all right, these people are right here and I feel like they're looking at me. But anyway, I came back up here real quick because why? I like looked at the time and I was just like, oh, like I never got the text message with all of our like login, not login, but like the cabin that we're gonna be staying in and how to get in, or like the neighborhood of where the cabin will be when we get there, because like when we went the last time we got a text message with all the information in it. So I was just like, oh, like that's weird. It says check-in is at 3 and it says you'll get your like check-in information 30 minutes before you're able to check in. And I'm like, well, it's past 3, it's 4 o'clock now. So I'm like, that's weird. So I was like, let me log into like my profile and make sure like all my information is right, because I got an email this morning saying like with all that information, basically saying like, oh, you'll get a text 30 minutes before you're able to check in. So I log into my profile and y'all, why was my number in there wrong? So I updated my number, but I'm like, okay, well, they're not gonna know I updated my number. So I did like a little, like you can't call them, you can only like contact them by email. So I sent an email letting them know that like, oh, like my contact number was wrong, I updated it, can you send the information? But it also said I should get an email, but I didn't get an email with it either. So I don't know, hopefully I get something before we get there. So yeah, I just wanted to come in here and give y'all that little update, but I'll keep y'all updated.
Look on that, y'all. Nah, no intro. Cause I saw she a go on. Yo, hey you girl in the tight up skirt, you make me head sweat, me blood vessel burst. Hey you girl in the tight up shorts, you speed up 10 more beats to me heart. Hey you girl in the tight up blouse, every time you pass me you get me aroused. Hey you girl in the jeans.
What's up, y'all? So we are on our way to Luray Caverns. We decided instead of going on a hike, we will go to Luray Caverns. It's like a 45-minute drive. So once we get there, I'm gonna take y'all along with me. Hopefully it'll be interesting. It was really cool. I was talking to my mom and she was saying how like my dad went here when he was little, and he was like, yeah, it's something about like, he was like, it's some fried eggs or something like that in there. So I don't know what he's talking about, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I'm gonna take y'all in with me as long as they let me bring cameras in there. I don't see why they wouldn't, but I'll find out. So we're at Luray Caverns. It's super cool in here. I wonder, was it always like this? Like when, cause my dad went when he was a kid, so I wonder, did they have like this brick on the ground?
You thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch. Nigga eat it, he ate it for lunch. Bitch on my body, I get what I want. Like you thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch. Nigga eat it, he ate it for lunch. Bitch on my body, I get what I want. Like bitch, it ain't bad, let's keep it a beam. Don't be mad, I be on the scene. I squeeze that can't fit in a jean. Use my stitch, but it's not what it's seen. I got that ready, I'm keeping it clean. Fucking with niggas that's on the beam. Saying you love me, but what do you mean? Pretty ass fucking me like that on me. Baddest bitch, now you shitting me? If you ain't a body, can't sit with me. I swear that this bitch is my mini-me. Keep on the sex, niggas be dreaming. I'm from the X, niggas be scheming. I'm on their necks, niggas not breathing. Thumb in the check, blow to the knee. You thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch. Nigga eat it, he ate it for lunch. Bitch on my body, I get what I want. Like you thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch. Nigga eat it, he ate it for lunch. Bitch on my body, I get what I want. Like bitch on my body, I get what I please. You know my body, I do it with ease. See with my body, he telling me please. I'm walking past and he sniffing my breeze. He jacking me, but he not my boo. He like the jewelry I wear on my boobs. How can I link you?
Y'all, we in the cabin and it's an ant epidemic in here. Like, I sprayed around the borders. It's been a ton of ants in here. Like, yesterday when we checked in, it was a couple dead ones, and it was a couple of them that was alive, and we were just like, oh, why is there all these ants? And there was some ant like spray underneath the cabinet, so we were like, oh, maybe they sprayed like before we got in here. Then it wasn't that bad last night. It wasn't that bad this morning. But tonight, we are fighting for our lives. They got us cornered. We cornered back here. They've been on the bed. At first we were like, maybe they're coming out. We think they're in the walls. But we were like, maybe they're coming out because we were cooking, because there's a fire ban and we can't cook outside. So we were cooking inside of the cabin. So we were like, maybe they're coming out because we're cooking. So we were trying to hurry up and finish cooking. But now we're done cooking and they're still everywhere. Like, we done sprayed the walls with the spray. We done sprayed around the perimeters. We sprayed around the bed. And it's like they just coming out of the woodworks, y'all. So as of right now, we do not recommend Shenandoah North. Shenandoah, that one won't like this. And I get it. It's the outdoors. So I get it's going to be insects. It's going to be bugs. But this crazy though. For it to be like a cabin, I don't know. It's because we went to Shenandoah and it was in like end of December, beginning of January. There was no bugs at all. Maybe that's what it was. But this is crazy. I wouldn't expect it to be like this many, and it's ants, which I guess I'll take ants over like spiders or something like that. But they're big ants. They're not even like little bitty ants. They like big. These is like giant ants. And they was crawling all on the bed. Now I'm scared to go to sleep at night. Last night, I thought I was going to be scared. But low-key, I was knocked out last night. I ain't even going to hold y'all. Like, girl was knocked out. But this time, I don't know. I might be up tonight. I told my boyfriend we're going to have to sleep in shifts. Somebody going to have to keep a lookout. But yeah, I just wanted to check in. We went to Luray Caverns earlier today. It was cool. Would I go back? I would maybe go back if I wanted to take Jackson. But I don't think it was something that I was like, I gotta go back. But yeah, we just came back here. I took a nap and then we started cooking. And then ever since then, we've been fighting for our lives because we've been seeing ants everywhere. So hopefully, maybe once it starts getting cooler tonight, I think maybe that's what it was. It is too. Like maybe once it starts getting a little colder, because they weren't that bad this morning either. I don't recall seeing, I didn't see none this morning, I don't think. But then it's just like maybe as like the day went on, it warmed up. So they came out. So hopefully like when it starts cooling down tonight, they'll go away. And then I also think maybe because we was like cooking too, they may have been like coming out because we was cooking. But it kind of make me worried because I'm like, if we peel back these panels, is it like an ant tribe back there? So yeah, we'll keep y'all up to date on what's going on. I just said I look like a bald head scallywag. Oh my gosh, why my forehead looks so big? But I wanted to show y'all the outside. So this is the little cabin. This is the outside area. I will say their outside looks better than the other one. We're staying in, I say Nana, I guess however you want to pronounce it. So yeah, that's how I feel like this one is smaller than the other one. And I don't like how like you have to like walk. We couldn't drive all the way back to the cabin. They got like these little rocks right here. So yeah, but we're about to make a quick run to the store that's up the street. I threw on my hoodie again. It feels nice out here though, but we also like sprayed the cabin down again. So hopefully by the time we get back, everything's gone. Thank you, babe. Hold up. Let me get his door. So yeah, I'll see y'all. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna vlog in the store. It's a little town. I feel like it might be a little judgy. But yeah. What's up, you guys? Today is Sunday. It's our last day here. I always have all the intentions in the world to vlog while I'm here, but then I end up not vlogging. But I honestly showed y'all everything that we did. We really haven't done anything. We went to Luray Caverns. We didn't hike this time. Instead, we just decided to go to Luray Caverns. Today we did get up and cook breakfast. I probably could have showed y'all that, but I didn't. Sorry. But we cooked breakfast and then we were in the bed all day, and then we got up just to kind of like get out the cabin, and we drove to a Dunkin' that was maybe like 20 minutes away because there's nothing really close by. But what I will say, what will I say? Hold up, let me pause this. So the first time we went to a getaway house, we went to Shenandoah North. We went to Shenandoah. This time we came to Shenandoah North. To compare the two, I feel like I like the setup of the other cabin better than the setup for this cabin. I feel like this cabin is it seems a little bit smaller. I'm not 100% sure if it is smaller, but it seems a little bit smaller than the Shenandoah outpost. But what I will say, because this one had a burn ban, so that was kind of like a bummer because we couldn't light a fire, and all of our intentions were to like cook outside, but we ended up having to kind of like switch up the game plan because we had to cook on the inside. And it does have a stove for you to cook on the inside, but I will say this one gave you more like counter space for your kitchen. And the last one had like a window by the sink. This one doesn't, but it had an outlet, so it made it easier for us to like, we bought the deep fryer because we fried chicken last night, so it made it easier to just plug up the deep fryer by the kitchen. I'm gonna show y'all real quick so y'all will see what I'm talking about. So like right here, like last time this was probably over here and it was a window right here. I don't remember it being an outlet like right by the sink because the sink is right here. It was like some plugs over here on the other cabin, but this just made it easier for us to like put the deep fryer, plug it up right there. And then as you can see, like we had way more kitchen counter space versus in the other one. I feel like the kitchen was smaller and we had like more room to like put our stuff. Like this one, you can put your stuff under here, and then this is the area where you can put your stuff. This is a cabinet as well, and then you have the cabinet like underneath your sink. But it was like in the other cabin, look at the view, it was like also like more space. I don't know if y'all like behind the bed right here, it was like space right there too. So that's why I kind of feel like the other cabin was a little bit bigger. But I will say, I feel like because it was the burn ban and we couldn't cook outside, it did make it easier for us to have like more of the kitchen counter space. I will give y'all like a full tour of this cabin. It's pretty much just like the other cabin, so I'll link that vlog at the top. But other than like just what I talked about, like the more kitchen space here, they're pretty much the same. But what I'll go further in depth like before I close out this vlog, just like comparing the two houses. But I feel like if I were to come again, I wouldn't come back to Shenandoah North. Like, I think I would go back to just the Shenandoah one. There are some perks I feel like that came with this one, but I feel like the biggest downfall was the burn ban. That was one, but we had no control over that. Like, they can't help if they have a burn ban. But it was like ants, and we can't figure out if it's like just a lot of ants because it's warmer outside or what. Because in the other cabin we did see like a couple of bugs, but it wasn't nearly as bad as this. Like, it was a ton of ants. Like, we were scared that they were gonna be crawling on us at night. But yeah, I'm gonna check in with y'all before we leave, and I'll give y'all a little tour of the whole cabin and show y'all the outside too. And like I said, I'll go deeper in comparing the two cabins as well. But to me, it was still fun. I like it. It's to me like an affordable little like vacation. And it's different. But yeah, I'll check in with y'all later. Let's get to cooking.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
All right, so we just finished eating and cleaning up. We're gonna get ready to take the trash to the trash cans. That's something that I will say that I did like about this one. I don't know if the other ones had trash cans, but we couldn't see it maybe. But these ones, like, they have trash dumpsters that like we can access, so we can like throw away our trash, because the trash can is just like a little bucket that you put your trash in, so it can kind of get filled up a little quickly. So we're about to go dump the trash. We're gonna pack the car up with stuff that we probably aren't gonna need anymore, so it's already in the car since we leave tomorrow. And then we're gonna go to the same little store that's up the street and get ice cream, and then just chill for the rest of the night. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get a clip of the food up here, but I did, or I will insert a clip that I got on my phone so y'all can see the finished product of the food. So yeah, morning you guys, happy Monday. Since I didn't get a room tour before we got here, we're about to check out, so I'm just going to do it now. As you can see, like, this is the bed area, then right here is the kitchen area. Y'all kind of saw this last night. Let me move my book bag. So this is the area where I was saying that we feel like we had more like kitchen countertop space, where before this area right here was longer. And then you have your refrigerator right there. This is like your trash can, and they do give you like a dog bowl, aluminum foil, ant and roach spray. So if you're bringing like your dog, you have a dog bowl. And then if you want to cook outside, if it's not a burn ban, you can. Then here's the bathroom. As you can see, it's really small. And then this is the shower right here. And then they have like these little signs everywhere. They give you a first aid kit, but then it'll be like, when nature calls, cabins have delicate plumbing, please only flush toilet tissue. And then this is the fan, and then this is the light. And then we kind of use this like as a little like night light. Your towels, toilet paper was right here, and your 2 towels and washcloths are right here. But of course, it just like, you'll have more vary on who's coming with you. And then there's a little window. The windows do open, so that's nice too. Not the big window, but the 2 little ones do. And then this is the seating area. What's up, you guys? So I just wanted to come up here and wrap up this vlog. I told y'all I was gonna kind of compare the 2 outposts that I have gone to for Getaway House, which are Shenandoah and Shenandoah North. So for the most part, I felt like I pretty much compared the 2 throughout the vlog, but there are a couple of things that I wanted to touch on. So the first thing, they do have a contact number. I mentioned earlier on in the vlog how I had put the incorrect contact information for my profile. And they actually do have a number. They will email you the day of, and at the bottom of that email, it had a contact number where you could reach a live agent. And I was able to tell her like what happened, and she was actually able to just email me the name of the neighborhood we were staying in, as long as the name of the cabin that we were staying in as well. So it did take pretty much like a couple of days for them to actually be able to like text me. I didn't get a text from them until literally that Monday when we were checking out, because they'll send you a reminder text letting you know that checkout is at 10 o'clock. So I tried to email them, I want to say late Friday when we had got there, and I didn't get a response, and I ended up having to email them. And the rep did let me know that sometimes it does take a day or two for like your contact information to update on their end. So just be mindful when you're like putting all your information in. Make sure you're putting it in correctly. Don't be like me and put the wrong phone number in, and then you have to like try to rush and fix it the day of. And I would pretty much say like this is for the biggest difference I would probably say between the two outposts, is that I felt like that they're both in rural areas, but I felt like that Shenandoah North was a little bit more rural than Shenandoah. When we got to like the closest town, when we stayed in Shenandoah, it was like they had several fast food restaurants. I only saw maybe like one chain restaurant, and that was, I think we saw like a Bonefish Grill, but they had like a Target, and they had a lot of local restaurants that you could choose from. Whereas Shenandoah North, when we got to like the closest town, it had a McDonald's and it had a Dunkin', and it did have like some local restaurants, but nothing that really seemed like appetizing to us. So I guess like that was kind of a downfall, because if we really didn't bring enough stuff to like cook our own meals, we would kind of have been out back. Where when we went to the Shenandoah outpost, we brought stuff to cook, but we also like went into the town a lot, and we ate like dinner at a local restaurant there. I want to say both nights. And I mean, we cooked breakfast, but we really didn't cook like dinner or lunch when we stayed at the Shenandoah outpost. But when we were at Shenandoah North, we pretty much cooked all of our meals outside of, I think like maybe like lunch, because when we went to Luray Caverns, there was a McDonald's that we passed by on the way back, and we stopped there. And then I want to say we just kind of wanted to get out of the house on that Sunday, so we drove to like the closest town, and they had a McDonald's there, so we got lunch there. But outside of that, we cooked all of our meals when we were at Shenandoah North. But I would probably say like that was the biggest difference. Of course, I mentioned that the layouts for the cabins were different. I'm pretty sure they probably are the same size, but just like I said, the layout for the Shenandoah North cabin made it feel smaller versus the cabin at the Shenandoah outpost. I felt like it felt bigger just because of how the layout was. But I feel like they're really similar in a lot of ways. There was a burn ban at Shenandoah North, so that kind of sucked. I don't know if they have like frequent burn bans there, but we didn't have a burn ban when we were at the Shenandoah outpost. So that kind of was like a downfall, because I feel like a big part of going to the Getaway house is kind of like being outside, sitting around the campfire, and being that we didn't have like a campfire, I don't think we went outside and sat outside at all. So that was kind of like a downfall, because that's kind of the whole point of like camping, is being outside. But either way, still had a good time. Like I said, this Shenandoah North was a little bit further away. I'm in like the Richmond, Virginia area. So Shenandoah North was like 3 hours away versus Shenandoah was like 2 hours away from us. So I feel like it was a good experience to like see the difference between the two. Would I go back to Shenandoah North? Probably not, just because it was further, and I just felt like it was nothing that made me feel like, oh my gosh, like I have to come back to this location. If I was going to like go back and choose a location, I would just go to Shenandoah because one, it's closer, and two, I felt like, you know, I felt like the cabin felt bigger, and three, like I said, the ants. Now, when we went to the first outpost, it was like the end of December, beginning of January. It was colder, so that could also have a play on why we didn't see as many like insects and bugs. But the ants were out of control, y'all. Like, when I mean like, it was to the point like we were scared to go to sleep. We thought they were gonna crawl on us at night. So I feel like the time that we went, it was kind of like perfect because the ants were really active during the day when it was like warmer, but at night it was still getting really cold. So I feel like, you know, when it gets cold, like ants kind of like, I don't know if they go into hibernation, but I guess they're not as active when it gets cold. So at night we didn't really see them because it was cooler. So I can only imagine how they are now, being that it's like pretty much hot day or night. Oh, they're probably crawling on you in your sleep. So I don't know if it was just maybe like the cabin that we were in, or if it would be, I'm sorry y'all, like I'm looking up because it's a bug on my ceiling now, but I don't know. It was just like, I don't know if it would be like that at Shenandoah if we went like in the warmer months. I'm pretty sure we would see more bugs, because I mean, we saw bugs, but it just wasn't a ton of bugs because it was cooler outside. It was a colder month. So other than that, they're pretty much similar. I said I kind of want to go to the North Carolina one. If we decide to go back, I would want to try out the North Carolina one. And I think that one is like 3 or 4 hours away from us. So, but for the most part, they're pretty much all the same. Just like, you know, different locations. But it was a good time. Like I said, outside of the ants, it was good. So let me know in the comments if y'all have been to a getaway house. Which location did you go to? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you not care for it? I feel like I need to upgrade my camping experience and actually go like camping. But I don't know if I'm at that level yet because I still need a real bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But like always, love you guys. Thank you for sticking around. I know I always like go MIA, but you guys always stick around and support me. I appreciate it. Until next time, bye. Love you guys.